It all started in Washington, D.C. In July of 2009, the federal government pushed a new buyer incentive program called the Car Allowance Rebate System, or as most of us know it, the Cash for Clunkers program. It urged buyers to ditch old gas guzzlers and switch to newer fuel-efficient vehicles, an incentive that yielded big changes at the local automobile recycling level.
We were really busy during the time, especially when the government started getting the money out. We brought in close to 300 extra cars for our place, which is a lot, considering our workforce and everything. So, we were busy with that, and then processing them, and handling the fluids and all that. And there's a lot of VIN reporting we had to do. So we had about 6 weeks to 8 months, or 8 weeks worth of really busy time. Adding that many cars all at once is a lot for us. When we typically inventory around 250 cars a year, and this year we'll be, add about 150 to that. So that really sped up our business, I guess.
Employees at Ace Auto Recyclers must go through an important dismantling process with every vehicle that shows up on their lot, a process that the rebate program has made even more tedious. Each automobile is first stripped of any reusable materials, such as intact sheet metal. After removing the usable parts, dismantlers remove and properly dispose of harmful substances. The rest is compacted and sent to a landfill.
Basically, if it was an older car that had a lot of miles and was really bad, we just process it, get the fluids out of it, mercury switches, and then we crush them. And then the nicer ones, I guess it just delays it further. Basically, we put them on inventory and sell as many parts as we can. We have 6 months to do so, and then eventually we have to crush it by law. So.
Most of the extra vehicles the federal program has brought into the Iowa City recycling facility have been older models. Because the market for these older models' used parts, even if still in good condition, has been dramatically decreased as a result of the program, recyclers typically make less revenue off of these clunkers than a newer car with more valuable resale parts. The point of the program is, after all, to remove older parts, such as inefficient engines, from the road entirely.
They were older vehicles. We like to inventory as far as cars go, anything basically 8 years, not much more than 8 years old in trucks. We go back 10 to 12 years, so we did more of the, anywhere from 10 to 15-year-old vehicle. So kind of older stuff than what we typically like to inventory. We do, recycle a bunch of the older stuff like that. But, a lot of those cars were well maintained, so we kept, I think we inventoried about 130 of them. So a lot of them were well kept, a lot of them were just clunkers, but some were, nice traded in vehicles. So some good parts and stuff.
Cash for Clunkers has established strict guidelines for automobile recyclers, including the proper engine dismantlement process. First, all engine oil must be drained, and then a special oil drain plug is installed. A solution consisting of 40% sodium silicate and 60% water is then poured through the oil fill to be circulated through the engine, eventually rendering it inoperative as if poisoned by the concoction. The engine is then tested on full battery to see if it still works. If it does not turn on, the process is complete and the engine is then properly labeled and documented for government records.
Typical engine will sell for, I bet it averages $500 or $600. So it's a big component, but most of the stuff we do is later model cars, and we make probably more of the money off the sheet metal on a vehicle, doors, panels. It is a nice, when you figure what the car brings in parts value, it is it kind of hurts a little bit not being able to sell that, but that's kind of the goal of the program, is to get the non-efficient vehicles off the road. So.
It's been more than 3 months since Cash for Clunkers ended, but automobile recyclers have yet to see the real long-term effects of this government rebate program.
It's been positive so far. It just increased, the amount of cars we have on inventory. For right now, I don't know what the long-term effects are going to be. There was a lot of nice front-end parts that usually get damaged in a collision, so those things still sell. even being 10 to 15 years old. There's still a lot of those on the road, so I don't know what's going to happen, down the road, because I took, I think, around 700,000 older vehicles off the road, so I don't know how that's going to affect that part of the business, down the way. But right now it's sped it up. But we'll see, time will tell.